Hi, my name is Luke Willette. I'm the Regional Engineering Manager here in Western Canada for Dry Hydro Engineering. I'm here with Shane Yankowie. I've worked with Shane for well over 3 years now. And Shane's an Operational Technology Advisor for QT Limited. I'd like to welcome you, Shane.
Thanks, Luke.
So today, I'm here to talk with Shane about a unique solution, an operational technology solution that he conceived and worked on with us for Crescent Point Energy. We'll also discuss that over the years, the remarkable operational savings that this application provided. But first, Shane, do you want to tell us about QT Limited and what you do there?
Sure. We're trusted OT advisors located here in Calgary, Alberta, with over 20 years of experience doing OT projects. We've got hundreds of days of boots on the ground experience optimizing operations in the actual field. My team is very multidisciplinary. We cover all aspects of OT and IT. Mostly what we do is help companies define an OT vision and execute it up against the automation investment they have and try to create some really significant OPEX savings.
So QT Limited recently published a press release that mentioned they assisted Crescent Point Energy with $130 million in savings in 2019 and 2020, with approximately $50 million being ongoing permanent OPEX savings. But first, can you tell us about Crescent Point Energy and what they do?
Yes, Luke. Crescent Point Energy is a conventional oil and gas producer with operations primarily in southern Saskatchewan. They have a current production rate of about 150,000 barrel equivalent per day. We managed up to 10,000 of their wells in our OT platform we created for them, including a 12,000 total facility number. 750 of those were actually large operating batteries, and the platform is used every day by 163 field operators. Crescent Point was trying to figure out how to leverage the automation they had in hand, not add significant automation, but primarily to increase their cash flow by reducing OPEX. They were trying to stop operators from going to every well every day and stop hiring operators at the same rate that they added facilities. They attempted to do this and we did achieve the goal by reducing the downtime, increasing human productivity, and optimizing the wellhead. They really needed help to define an OT vision to pull all of this together.
So what is operational technology and the key principles behind it?
Operational technology is basically just using mobile applications and data and technology to bring information to people as quick as possible so they can actually manage their work. We use the OT platform to allow Crescent Point to do real-time management of visits, work orders, field data capture, well servicing, and alarm management. It's primarily meant to do real-time planning.
So what triggered Crescent Point Energy to use OT to solve these problems?
The key thing was they were trying to figure out how to actually stop the going to every well every day. And in order to do that, you need to start directing your work. The work is basically directed through a combination of operational risk, maintenance, and alarm management. The next thing we had to do with them is then talk about consolidating their operational data. The data was all over the place, making it very difficult to get everything focused. Now that we have everything in one data warehouse, we can push data to and from a mobile app into the platform and back, giving everyone the information they need to manage operations real time anywhere. And we have one single source of truth of data. In addition to that, we needed to figure out if our maintenance plan's working, then how do we find the things that aren't working? Then we established an exception management strategy using defined health states for the facilities, which are determined by running smart events and smart alarms. Then to pull all of this together, we created the OT platform that acts as a hub that everyone can see all the information happening real time. The key component here was them having a significant investment in automation, but no standards and scattered solutions. And they knew that there was some way to pull this together into a common vision and actually squeeze the return on investment out of the technology. Kind of caught in the Microsoft Excel problem where you're using 10% of the functionality and you need to get to 90. So we worked with them. We were able to squeeze magnitudes of return out of their automation and technology. We focused them on their workflows, updated the organization, aligned the data, and only then did we start working on the automation and technology, and then pulled all these standards together into the OT platform as the focal point again.
So could other conventional oil and gas companies achieve the same savings?
Absolutely. The way this works is by focusing on the daily changes that are made in your workflow. You can take thousands of wells, thousands of changes, multiply them by a couple hundred operators times 365 days. You quickly end up in millions of dollars of OPEX savings. And using an OT mobile app to eliminate all the paper and all the emails and all the texts that normally fly around, increase the quality of the work of the operators. Yeah, the OT platform we created for Crescent Point is a cloud-based system. It's currently hosted in Amazon. VTScada is the master Scada system. It's a hub that actually talks to other third-party packages, other Scada systems, and small process control systems. There's 7 VMs in play with 2 layers of redundancy. We are hosting 800,000 tags. Typically, we have 35 people concurrently using the system at any point. We've been as high as 1 million tags and had no capacity problems. We virtually pull other third-party solutions into our data warehouse. That allows VTScada to see other automation packages from other vendors and use them for joint alarming. We also dual pull existing PLCs, so we can pull data off of battery, satellites, wells, and coordinate all that data together to create really intelligent alarms management. We've implemented, of course, with you guys, Luke, the VTScada System Historian and BI Historian, which has been highly successful. That allows us to select tags and stream them into Postgres SQL, and again, make that data available to systems immediately. We have an OT mobile app. It's an iOS iPhone application, custom developed. It matches Crescent Point's workflows very specifically and is easy to update and adapt and change. And there's 3 additional web applications that we've used to supplement their workflows. One is an OT admin and metadata management system, a truck review system that allows operators to take pictures of trucks instead of carrying paper with them, and a virtual truck skid app, which is really just a tablet hanging from a chain out in a truck loading system, again, eliminating paper.
So why did you choose VTScada as your master Scada application?
In our past, I've always tried to find Scada and process control systems that are application development platforms and Scada systems. And the key thing with VTScada was the focus around object-oriented programming and the fact that it truly was a development platform with a significant amount of DevOps built into it. Most other Scada systems also don't deal with the communication driver protocol problem, and Trihedral for the most part does. That stops a lot of finger pointing when protocols go wrong and you got vendors fighting over whose mistake is it. And if the protocols and the device drivers aren't rock solid, then polling fails, no data comes into the system, and you have a complete failure.
So what are the unique components of this solution?
I guess the key one is that VTScada is the master Scada system. It's worked very well talking to other systems and acting as a hub. Amazon has been very secure. We haven't had a single incident with them in terms of reliability or availability. And we've used extensively your guys' logbooks. So everything that happens in the platform is essentially stamped in the logbooks with a role. And that makes it very easy for you to go quickly find out what's happened to a facility, who's done it, and why it happened. The virtual polling, basically going from our cloud to another cloud, which we'll show you in a minute, we actually pull photographs, for example, off third-party cameras and pull them into our system, has been extremely valuable. And then again, our asset navigation tree and metadata that helps us quickly find information has been absolutely critical to the adoption of the platform. Okay, everyone, I just want to quickly walk you through the current Crescent Point OT platform. As we mentioned earlier in the presentation, over here is what we call the asset navigation tree. It's how we organize the work in the field. Basically, we have a region, we have a foreman area. Underneath the foreman, we have something called an ops coordinator area. And underneath here, you can find batteries, single well battery wells. You can find satellites, gas compression units, field headers. And what this does is as you click on this, it starts filtering the screen on the right and really narrows down your scope really quickly. Let's go inside of one of the wells and let's just see what you can do. So once you click inside of a well, you basically get an interface like this. These points up here, these are the key operating parameters that someone needs to see to keep an eye on a well. Down here are the fixed common trends. They're usually focused on the last couple of weeks. You can click on any of these values, pull up a trend, and you can start analyzing what's going on. So again, a very unique feature of VTScada, all the little spikes here, some of you may know, these are logbook entries. So if you click on these, you can start to see what's happening. So we can see here, there's been a downhole failure. Now we can start clicking across and you can start to see what's going on. The OT operator can go in here, they can add, subtract work orders, and then they assign an operator. At 7 in the morning, All of this work hits the mobile app for each operator and tells them what their run is for the day or what they're supposed to do. It provides field data capture capability, they assist in alarm management, and they assist in well servicing. That is really quick, but that essentially is our platform, and that is how we've been helping Crescent Point save all this money.
And finally, if someone's interested in this solution, how do they start the process?
The best thing to do is reach out and contact me. My email is available on our website, www.qt-ot.com, or you can always find me on LinkedIn.